Been a very busy weekend as we approach what may be the last week of Donald Trump's criminal trial in Manhattan. We may have a verdict very soon. We've got Michael Cohen still on the stand on cross-examination. The prosecution is expected to rest their case after Michael Cohen finishes cross-examination and then a brief redirect. But it's been a very busy weekend as well, a busy weekend for me. I got married this weekend. It was my birthday this weekend. I want to thank you all for sharing your well wishes with me and my wife. We're so grateful for all of you. And so I took a little break this weekend, but I got some of these videos of Donald Trump's speeches, one at an NRA convention in Dallas, another one in Minnesota before that. And these speeches are so unhinged as Donald Trump approaches what may be the last week of this Manhattan criminal trial. I mean, Donald Trump is so cognitively impaired at this point. He's not making sense at all. When he is saying words, it's very bizarre. I mean, his stump speech now consists of sounds, garbled words, him talking about how his body is better than Biden's body, or most recently him talking over this weekend how he says that he has a better body than former President Obama. And he said that Dr. Ronnie Jackson told him that you are a better physical specimen than former President Obama. I mean, this is just insanity. It's madness. It's madness. This is what Donald Trump said. Here, play this clip.
Doctor, very talented doctor too. You know, he's got a lot of things on his resume. He was a great doctor. He was a great admiral. And now he's a great congressman. And before I introduce him, I just want to say, when he was the doctor at the White House, they asked him, who's healthier? Who's a better physical specimen? Is it Trump or is it Obama? And he said, it's not even close. It's Donald Trump, not even close. I said, I love this guy. Dr. Ronnie Jackson, your congressman, great congressman from Texas.
Then Donald Trump, after saying how he was told he's a better physical specimen than former President Obama, which obviously is the most absurd thing to say. Donald Trump then talks about in his speeches, I love junk food. I love junk food. Here, play this clip.
Then he had to louse it up. You know what he did? He said, and he'd live for 200 years, except he likes junk food, so he might only live to 110. Can you believe? I do like junk food. Who doesn't?
Then he talks about how he got Tic Tacs, because that's something that's normally spoken about in these speeches, how he got Tic Tacs. Here, play this clip.
It's out there because this is, okay, so I just got this today. Somebody handed it to me. It's a weird, and not as a joke. I said, anybody have any Tic Tacs? And the guy said, yeah, I have one. Look at the size of that sucker. Could you?
Donald Trump then talks to the chair of the NRA about ponies and says, like, you've got a great pony. Here, play this clip.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, you have a lot of spirit in this room, you know. You're sitting on a wild pony. Chairman, you're sitting on a wild pony. You got to pull that pony. You got to get it going.
Trump brought back for his speeches over the past few days that thing he does where he tells the story about a woman who is weightlifting and he makes those noises and Trump's like, oh, I'm trying to weightlift. Coincidentally, as Michael Cohen is getting ready to testify again, that's the origin of Cohen coining the name von Schützenpants was when Donald Trump would make this noise at speeches, and Cohen coined it on Political Beatdown last December. Here, play this clip, though, of Donald Trump from the past few days. Play this clip.
Mom, I don't know, Mom. This is a heavy sucker. Oh, Mom, I can't do it. Boom.
Donald Trump then talks about how he wants to withhold the power and beauty of the Second Amendment. As I said, he's just saying garbled words. Play this.
I will fully uphold our great but very under siege Second Amendment. We're going to withhold the powers and the beauty of our Second Amendment. We need our Second Amendment probably more than we've ever needed it before. It's under siege. Tomorrow I go to Texas, I go to Dallas, and I'm speaking before the NRA, and there's a rumor that they're going to give me their full endorsement, so that's a nice endorsement to get. That's a rumor. I don't know anything. I don't know. Don't say it. It's only a rumor.
Here he can't read the teleprompter correctly, so he says, yes, oh yes, says Donald Trump. Quickly, says Donald Trump. Here, play this clip.
Dominant again. Yes, oh yes, and quickly, says President Trump. Yes, oh yes, and quickly.
Then some flies approach Donald Trump's face, and he talks about how he doesn't like flies. And so as he's attacking RFK Jr., these flies come to his face. I don't like flies. Here, play this clip.
And all of New England, actually, he's a disaster. He's radical left. RFK Jr. is radical left. It reminds me of this fly that's driving me crazy up here. This fly is brutal. I don't like flies.
In one of Donald Trump's speeches, he says that one of the reasons that he would make a better president than President Biden is because Trump says he won 31 golf championships. Here, play this clip.
I played golf for a long time. I won a lot of golf. 31 club championships, can you believe it? And he challenged me to a golf.
But in the speech that Donald Trump gave before that, he says he won 29 golf championships. Play the clip.
All disinformation. His biggest disinformation, he's a non-athlete, okay? I'm a very good golfer. I really am. Won 29 club championships. That's a lot, 29 club championships. And he can't play. And he said the other day, it's all disinformation. I'll play Trump anytime. I'll give him 3 aside. He's going to give me 3 aside.
In any event, Donald Trump's just lying. He cheats at golf. He has his own properties award him championships so that he could feel like a winner, and then he holds up his own trophies that the Trump hotels award him. I mean, you don't get more pathetic than that. Oh, you do. Like calling the January 6th insurrectionist hostages to eerie QAnon music. That's part of Donald Trump's speech where he calls the insurrectionist hostages as eerie QAnon music plays. Let me show you this. Play the clip.
But when people who love our country protest on January 6th in Washington, they become hostages unfairly imprisoned for long periods of time.
Throughout Donald Trump's speech in Minnesota, he attacked the contractors who made the podium because Donald Trump was unable to stand straight. So he blamed the contractors, said it was their fault. So here Donald Trump says he's not going to pay the contractors because he doesn't like the podium. Play this clip.
How about that? Before I got up, the teleprompter fell down. That's great. Great going, fellas, back there. Then they want to know why I didn't pay the bill. You know, I get a lot of heat. I got a teleprompter that's gone. This one's almost gone, but we've been there before.
This episode of the MeidasTouch podcast is brought to you by Manuka honey, also known as honey with superpowers. Let me share something sweet with you, and I mean really sweet. It's something that's become a staple in my routine, and I think you are going to love it. I'm talking about Manuka honey. When I say honey, you might be picturing those bear-shaped bottles in the supermarket, but that is not what this is. Manuka honey is single origin, rich, creamy, and the most delicious honey you've ever had. It's supercharged with unique antioxidants and prebiotics, and is 3 times more than your average honey. Manuka honey supports immunity, aids digestion, boosts energy, and helps balance inflammation. It's a game changer, and all you need is 1 to 3 teaspoons a day. On top of that, Manuka honey has a natural antibacterial compound called MGO, only found in Manuka honey. So if you're looking for something simple and delicious to add to your wellness routine, we found your new healthy habit. And now it's easier than ever to try Manuka honey with the starter kit. Just head to manuka.com/Meidas to get $25 off. The starter kit comes with an MGO 850 plus Manuka honey, 5 honey travel sticks, a wooden spoon, plus a guidebook. Now, I love the jar and squeeze bottle, but the extra pack of compostable honey sticks is perfect for whenever you're on the go. You could bring them with you when you're traveling or need a quick snack running errands, and they are the perfect energy boost if you're out for a run or at the gym. That's MANUKORA.com/Meidas to get $25 off your starter kit. This is the ultimate honey. Indulge and try some honey with superpowers from Manuka. Look, this stuff is amazing and really provides the pump I've been looking for. I look forward to Manuka every morning. Make sure you click the link in our description or head to manuka.com/Meidas and try some out today.
Then Donald Trump falls or is about to fall. And then he blames the contractors and blames a bad podium. Play this clip.
But Americans are not struggling. You know, this is the worst platform. Who put this stage up here? This is the worst. The frickin' place is falling down. I notice it keeps tilting further left. Like too many other things. What a crappy contractor this was.
By the way, President Biden then said at a town hall that Biden held this weekend, President Biden was like, Donald Trump is he's a loser, and he's not a good loser. He's a bad loser. Here, play this clip.
My opponent's not a good loser, but he is a loser.
Speaking of Donald Trump being a bad loser, Donald Trump's already coming up with all of the excuses why he can't debate. He's already saying that he wants to do these other debates which aren't being offered. I've agreed to a Fox debate. I've agreed to this debate. They're not even on the table. And then Donald Trump's also saying that I'm going to make sure I drug test President Biden before we debate. I'm not going to do this unless we drug test him. Play this clip.
No, I have fake Tapper as they said, I just want to debate this guy, but and I'm going to demand a drug test too, by the way. I am. No, I really am. I don't want him coming in like the State of the Union. He was high as a kite. I said, is that Joe up there? A beautiful robe? And by the end of the evening, he's like, well, it was exhausted, right? Now, we're going to demand a drug test. But
then Donald Trump says that he expects that President Biden will be on drugs during the debate, and that's why he will perform well. Play this clip.
Can't find his way off a stage, can't put two sentences together, although he has agreed to debate, so I don't know, maybe they know something. He's going to be so jacked up for those debates, you watch.
You are such a good debater. You must be on performance-enhancing drugs, said nobody other than Donald Trump. As I've said, Trump ain't debating. We know his pathology. I think one of the reasons Donald Trump accepted the CNN debate in June is Donald Trump realizes that there's a good chance or a high probability of chance that he's going to be convicted in Manhattan. He wants to use a debate as either a reason why he can't debate or use a debate as a way to try to not get locked up. So that's how Donald Trump is using his cases in connection with his campaign. But anyway, Trump ain't debating. I mean, I would be very surprised if he does. And you already see the excuses. This is what he says about and everything. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. He gets the headlines, right? That he's going to do it. And then he doesn't do it. And then he blames that it's rigged or it's, there's a conspiracy or, these are radical lefties. It's all crap, right? I mean, why the corporate media just gives him a pass for this crap is beyond me, but that's what they do. Can we compare this, though, to President Biden's speech in Morehouse College? Incredible speech. Let me show you this portion right here of President Biden's speech at Morehouse. Let me show it to you.
But let's be clear. What happens to you and your family when old ghosts in new garments seize power? Extremists come for the freedoms you thought belonged to you and everyone. Today in Georgia, they won't allow water to be available to you while you wait in line to vote in an election. What in the hell is that all about? I'm serious. Think about it. And then the constant attacks on black election workers who count your vote. Insurrectionists who storm the Capitol with Confederate flags are called patriots by some. Not in my house. Black police officers, black veterans protecting the Capitol were called another word, as you recall. They also say out loud, these other groups, immigrants poison the blood of our country. Like the Grand Wizard and fascists said in the past. But you know and I know, we all bleed the same color. In America, we're all created equal. Extremists close the doors of opportunity, strike down affirmative action, attack the values of diversity, equality, and inclusion. I never thought when I was graduating in 1968, as your honoree just was, we talked about. I never thought I'd be a president at a time when there's a national effort to ban books, not to write history, but to erase history. They don't see you in the future of America, but they're wrong. To me, we make history, not erase it. We know black history is American history. Many of you graduates don't know me, but check my record. You know what I'm saying. I mean from my gut.
That's what a president sounds like, right? I mean, that's what a president, let me show you this one right here. Here's another clip of it. Play this clip.
But it's not easy. I know 4 years ago, as some of your speakers have already mentioned, it felt like one of those Saturdays. The pandemic robbed you of so much. Some of you lost loved ones, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, who aren't able to be here to celebrate with you today. You missed your high school graduation. You started college just as George Floyd was murdered. And there was a reckoning on race. It's natural to wonder if democracy you hear about actually works for you. What is democracy? If black men are being killed in the street, what is democracy? The trail of broken promises still leave black communities behind. What is democracy? You have to be 10 times better than anyone else to get a fair shot. And most of all, what does it mean, as we've heard before, to be a black man who loves his country, even if it doesn't love him back in equal measure? When I sit behind the Resolute desk in the Oval Office, in front of the fireplace across from my desk, I have two busts, one of Dr. King, one of Bobby Kennedy. I often find myself looking at those busts, making decisions. Ask myself, are we living up to what we say we are as a nation? To end racism and poverty? To deliver jobs and justice, to restore our leadership in the world?
So you can judge for yourself the difference between President Biden and Donald Trump. Judge for yourself, but you have the data, you have the facts, you have what they did over the past weekend, and we'll keep you posted of what's going to happen in the criminal trial today. We'll keep you posted. Have a great one. Thank you so much for watching. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million subscribers together. Thank you. And thank you for the wedding wishes and the birthday wishes. It means the world to me. Thank you.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.